But I don't suppose it matters. I didn't know. Besides, I wasn't really open to rational argument. I was fueled by the white-hot fury known only to the young, the oppressed and the broken-hearted. And so all fate had to do was set up her cosmic dominoes around me and then wait until I let the first piece fall. Which I did, right on cue. The moment I pressed enter and let my will to destroy him escape into the ether, that first domino toppled irrevocably, and one thing led to another. Because that's the thing with dominoes. Easy to start, hard to stop, and impossible to know where they'll lead. Of course, the easy answer to would I have stopped is yes, damn straight I would have stopped. If face to face with a jury, I would surely say just that. But if I am truthful, really truthful, the hand on my heart answer is no, probably not. It was too late for that. Because I'd always been the good girl, the amicable, pliable, understanding girl. The kinds of girl you could take home to meet your parents, introduce to all your friends, and keep around long after the love faded to beige, simply because I was, so very amenable. And that's precisely why Angus loved me, needed me, why we were meant to be together. I was the perfect yin to his yang. He was a better version of himself when I was in the room, kinder, or at least that's what he'd always said. But everybody has their limit, a boundary you just can't cross, and Angus eventually found mine. And so, 2 days before the above-mentioned Google search, that amicable, pliable, understanding girl finally snapped. A rubber band stretched a millimeter too far. And in that moment, life lifted the veil of saccharine I'd been hiding beneath and forced me to come face to face with the other parts of my psyche. The darker parts, the ugly parts, the fragile, petty, venomous parts. The parts I may never have found if it wasn't for him. And those parts didn't cower. They fought back. It's not that I wanted to be a bad person. Nobody wants to do bad things. And if it had just been our dark and distorted history, the secrets that bound us and a shitty breakup, I may have held it together. I'd like to think I would have just moved on. But it wasn't. There was something else, something more. And I learned about it via a Facebook message. At first, I presumed it was spam. The title was XXX, so I deleted it, adjusted my privacy settings accordingly, and went about my workday. But then came the email to my work address, from a different man. It read, "Hi Taylor, I loved your tape." And this time it came with a link. I sent it to my phone, clicked on it, and a video filled the screen. A video of me. A video of me that nobody else was ever meant to see. My ruffled, dark blonde hair falling over one eye as I smiled coyly at the camera. My co-star's name was Holly. We'd met her in a club at 3 a.m. It was Angus's idea. I'd never even kissed a woman before her, but it was nice. She tasted of berries and salt. And the footage, dimly lit and shaky, was never supposed to leave Angus's possession. He'd promised. Yet there it was, staring back at me, my full name included in the video's description. This must have been how the two men found me. Google is good like that. My cheeks turned hot. My heart thrashed against my chest walls, and as my mind registered the horror of what I was seeing, and I pressed the cross in the corner of the screen, removing it from my phone before any incriminating sound played, something broke inside me. Something vital. It was almost audible. Snap. Maybe it was trust. Perhaps it was virtue. Or maybe it was my sanity. But after 29 years of embracing the virtues of kindness, tolerance, and forgiveness, of living by 2 wrongs don't make a right, I'd finally had enough. All yin has a little dot of yang in it after all. And so, as my boss tapped away...